This chart right here is something I showed you. For those of you who don't know what this chart is, this is going to blow your mind. This is my custom chart. It is a custom chart. It is an EMA ribbons chart. That stands for exponential moving average, EMAs. And I'm tracking Bitcoin on the daily. And to show you how crazy this is, I'm tracking Bitcoin from the 20 all the way through the 55 on the EMAs. This is a bespoke chart. That means you cannot find it. You cannot go over here to indicators and find this chart. You cannot. You have to build it. And that's what I've done because I'm pretty good at what I do is what I'm saying. So let's go here and let's look at this chart and see how it works. Let's see if it's any good. I mean, because this thing could just be some lines, some squiggly lines, bro. This ain't meaning nothing. Well, let me go here and see if I can make it real for you. If you ever see me give a thumbs up on my chart, I'm going all the way back here to October 2021 so you can understand just how accurate this thing is. If I give you a thumbs up, it is because the 20 EMA, which is depicted by the yellow, is crossing over the 55 EMA, right? And the ribbons separate, meaning you're now getting a separation of reversal, meaning bullishness. That 20 getting tangled up and crossing the 55 and these ribbons separating, you can clearly see that that is a bullish move. If you ever see me give you a thumbs down, beware. Because if you do not know how to short the market, okay, you're going to lose all the gains that you had up here are going to get erased because the 20, which is the yellow, gets tangled up, falls below the blue line, the ribbons separate, and you can clearly see that that is bearishness. And for those of you who see all of that, that's all gains. If you don't take your profits up here, or if you're not taking profits on the way up, you get hammered all the way back down here, right? That's true, Calvin. God damn, I didn't even know it was like that. So that's me giving you a thumbs up. You can clearly see. There's me giving you a thumbs down. The way I also like to explain it is this is an entanglement, okay? But it's not the entanglement that you're used to seeing and reading about on social media. This is not like Jada Pinkett Smith, okay? Right? This is not the red table talk, entanglement where she slept with her son's best friend, August Alsina, and, put it all over there. And Will Smith was pissed off and crying and stuff. And so you see the yellow line, which is happiness. You see the happiness going away and you see anger and then you see sadness and shit. Why did you put us on blast like that? God damn, that's supposed to be in the family. So that's explaining it. I give you a thumbs down for that, Jada. You got an entanglement going on here. You put everybody on blast and now all the happiness is going down and sadness and anger and shit. Is that a better way to remember it? Thumbs down on that. Now, when do you get the thumbs up? Obviously, you get the thumbs up when you start talking about it and working it out, and you start going to counseling and shit, and you get off of social media and shit. And then now the happiness starts coming back up, and Will Smith is now making, to more movies and stuff like that. Look at the happiness coming back in. The anger and all of that stuff is going away. The sadness is going away, right? You see the 20 cross up, the 55s, ribbon separate. Congratulations. You are in some serious bullishness. Look at all the gains. Who's paying attention? All right. My EMA ribbons is the truth. I'm serious about that. For those of you who are just catching me on live right now, you didn't see my last thumbs down. I gave that to people on August the 17th. Newsflash. I also gave them a video, this one, saying that major crypto falls are coming. That was also done, this last video on my timeline, August the 17th. And now you know why. It's because we was looking at this on my chart. You can clearly see that there's the entanglement, right? Everybody seeing it? The yellow falls below the blue line, 55. The ribbons separate. Look at the bearishness. And the ribbons are still separated. In case anybody want to know, is Bitcoin still bearish? Yes, it is. Until I give you a thumbs up on this chart, it is going to continue to be bearish. Do not test this chart. It has never been wrong, ever. Ever. I'm serious about that. Okay. So now, well, you just cherry picking, bro. You just one of these people that come on TikTok and you showing us a little Bitcoin chart or whatever. You cherry picking, bro. It doesn't mean that it's that for every crypto. Calm yourself. It does. What are you talking about? I told you this is a bespoke chart. I don't care what crypto you're in. This is going to tell you. Let me see. Show me. Because that was pretty good for Bitcoin, but I think you were just cherry picking because it only works for Bitcoin. Well, let's see here. I have some flags next to some serious projects. Look at the projects in case you think that this is a joke. Look at these projects. We're talking about Near Protocol, Hedera, Gala, Fetch.ai, Chili's, ApeCoin, Singularity Net, XRP, XLM, Solana, Matic, Cardano. Let's see if this chart is dope on all of the cryptos. Oh, wow. Now I'm helping you out. If you think that Cardano is bullish, you are wrong. It is completely bearish. You see that yellow line below that 55? You see these ribbons separate? Cardano has been bearish for a minute. Let me hit the space bar and just start rocking down these altcoins. Polygon Matic, bearish. Solana, bearish. XLM, be careful. You don't know what XLM is going to do. The bullishness was back here. When the 20 crosses the 55, there's your entanglement right there. The 20 crosses the 55, the ribbons separate. Look at all the bullishness. My chart is never wrong. Be careful. You have no idea what XLM is going to do. XRP, bearish. Singularity Net, bearish. ApeCoin, bearish. You seen Bitcoin, bearish. Chili's, sir, ma'am, bearish. Fetch.ai. Oh, Fetch is one that is bullish. Look at the entanglement. Look, it was bearish. Look at all the bearishness. Way back over here, look at all that bearishness. Look at the entanglement. Yellow crosses over the 55. Look at all the bullishness right there. And even though we're falling down in this, that yellow line is still above the 55. I'm telling you that Fetch.ai is still in a bullish. Now be careful because it's curling over. It's starting to curl over. Be careful. Gala Games, bearish or bullish? You ask me, tell me. Y'all tell me. This is Gala now. Look at the entanglement back here. Here's your entanglement. Look at that. If you go against this chart, you will absolutely, let me just show you in case you think that this is a game. Here's where the entanglement happened. If you didn't get out of the market, let me show you how much money you lost. That's 65, almost 67% of your money gone. The entanglement happened back here. There's the yellow line crossing below the 55. Look at all of that. Talk to me. Come on, talk to me now. Somebody keep it real with me. Here's H-bar. H-bar was bullish. There's your entanglement. You missed it. Look, your entanglement happens right here. From there to up here, almost a 50% gain on your money. If you didn't start taking your profits out right there, look what happens. Here's your entanglement. You're now in a bearish. H-bar is now bearish. Is that true? Yes. Y'all see what's wrong with that, right? Okay, cool. It's a very bespoke chart. It's never let me down. It has never been wrong. It's a chart that I built personally because I really know how to chart, and it has never lied to me. It just backs me up every time. And because my audience is rocking with me, I share this chart with them for free. So they get an opportunity to understand. Stop playing games. There's nothing to play around with. All right, let me flip my camera. Now let's continue to look at the rest of the chart. Somebody said, this is the best damn channel for crypto. It is. It's a really good one, for sure. All right, so we looked at that one. Let's go and look at the next chart. Oh, wow. Let me go back here. Remember, August 17th is the date. August 17th is when I told everybody Bitcoin was going to be bearish and we was going to, look, major crypto coming, Bitcoin broken crucial support, right? I'm going to keep this up. It's August 17th because we got new people coming here, but I'm just reminding them, look what I showed you. Look at where we was at on this Gaussian channel when I did this video on August 17th. Look, this is what's happening here. The channel has flipped red. We're completely below it as it flipped red, and you are currently looking at bearishness. I mean, Jesus, from here to here. I mean, look, that's bearishness. Yeah, fairly simple. Fairly simple, right? So I told you all that. Now let's look at this chart. What is this? And you pay attention because I'm going to show you this chart, and I'm also going to show you this one. And you think that they look the same because they're both monthly. That's a monthly right there, right? And this is also a monthly, but these are two different charts. Let me flip my camera around. Please, I'm going to take my time. Please pay attention to this because you need to understand looking at a monthly chart is going to give you serious data. Let me explain it to you in a way that you can really digest it. If I told you to make a decision, right, about whatever it is, and I said, give me the information, and all you had was information for 15 minutes, that information is cool, but it's only 15 minutes worth of information. If you had an hour worth of information of something doing something, then you can see the consistencies or inconsistencies because you have an hour's worth of data now. You see where I'm going with this, right? Okay. Here's what you need to know. Bitcoin is and crypto is bought, sold, and traded 24 hours, 7 days a week, but it is done so at different intervals. I swear I'm teaching everybody something here. Bitcoin and crypto is traded by the seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and even custom ranges. Some people like to trade on the 6-hour chart or the 8-hour chart. Those would be custom ranges, okay? Now, if I'm telling you that I'm looking at some information based off of the monthly, you are now able to put it together that this is serious information because we're not looking at data from a week or a day. I already showed you that Bitcoin was bearish on the daily and the weekly with those charts. I'm now showing you what data we have on a monthly chart. You understand the difference? And then here's where I'm getting ready to differentiate this particular chart from the one I'm going to show you afterwards. This is the slower moving oscillator. This is called the relative strength index, means it moves slow. The data moves very slow on a monthly basis on this, okay? So let me just show you. Here's all you need to understand. This is a purple channel. You can clearly see that. I got a gradient out there. And all you need to understand is if you ever get above this purple channel, it is called overbought, meaning the market is very heated. People are coming into the market. They're buying into the market, and it gets overheated up here, right? Down here, if you ever see us get below this channel, it's oversold, okay? All right, now, here's what you need to understand. If you ever see this purple line, which is the relative strength index, above this yellow line, which is the moving average, remember I was telling you about how accurate my chart is? I'm correlating this for you. I'm on my custom chart here, I'm tracking the exponential moving average. And you see how accurate this thing is, right? It's nothing to play around with. Well, this yellow line is also a moving average. And if you ever see the relative strength index above that moving average, it is going to tell you that the market is bullish. Look, here you can see that it goes above it, and you can clearly see that that was bullishness. Here you see it fall below this moving average, and you can clearly see that that is bearishness. These are monthly, and you think that this is a small amount of money or a small move. It is not. Let me show you how major this is. Here's where you cross, right? If you take this from this high, right, down here to this low, you understand that it's an 87%, almost an 80-something% move. You see that? Almost 90% move down there. You see it? That's major, major, major losses in your money. And you can see it here on the monthly. Above, look at that. Boop. You see that? You come down here, you fall back below it. You can clearly see there's the bearishness. You can see you get back above it. You can see the bullishness. You get the idea. Look at where we are right now, right? Now, remember, these are monthly candles. That means 30 days worth of information. So you can clearly see that that is January, right? Look at the purple line get above. Let me zoom in for you a little bit. Look at the purple line get above this moving average. And look what happens in the charts. That's January, right? You broke this bearish trend, and now you're in a bullish trend. That was January. Here's February. There's March. You see we tested this. See this trend line? We tested this trend line to make sure that it was support. You can clearly see we're still above it. Great. Look at this. That's April. That is May. That is June. That is July, right? We're clearly in an uptrend. But look what is happening right now. We actually broke this uptrend now. Uh-oh. And now you can see that this RSI is starting to push down where this moving average is. You can clearly see that we broke this trend right here, but this is moving slow. Remember I told you this is a slow moving oscillator. I'm going to show you the faster one here in a second. So here's already telling you that it's dangerous, that this is pushing down and approaching this moving average. And you can clearly see that we have printed two freaking red candles here that is going the opposite direction of up. That means it's going down. It's bearishness. Who's paying attention? Now I'm showing you this on the slow moving oscillator, which is called the RSI. Let me show you the faster moving oscillator, which is the stochastic RSI. And to prove you that this one is a dope chart to look at, I'm not gonna look at regular candles. You see, if you click on this drop down here, you can look at your charts all different kind of ways. Most people like to look at the regular candles, but on this, I am changing it to the Heikin-Ashi. Why am I gonna do that? Because look, here you can clearly see that this is green, 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 green. Then you had a red candle there, and you're like, oh man, it's good. The month is bearish. If you look down here, you can see that this faster moving oscillator is telling you, no, you're bullish. Even though you've seen a red candle right here and you've seen this red candle, this blue line crossing over this red line, that says bullishness. Let me prove it to you. Look. Blue line over the red line, bullish. Blue line over the red line, bullish. But if that blue line crosses and falls below the red line, oh Lord, bearishness. Blue line bearish. If you see the blue line ever fall below this red line, you're going to be looking at bearishness. Now come over here and look. This is one way to look at it, but this is confusing. You see the red candle there and the red candle. What if there was a way that you can look at this to make sure that it was bullish? I know I'm looking at this saying it's bullish, but is it a way for me to look at this to make sure that the trend is bullish? Of course it is. You could just come over here to indicators. Instead of looking at regular candles, you can look at the Heikin-Ashi candles. Let me show it to you. You could take this candle and say, yeah, show me the Heikin-Ashi. Watch what happens to this. And I'm going to show you that also prove it a different way. Look at this. You can clearly see that this is bearishness, right? But you get fooled here because you're seeing a bullish green candle here and a bullish green candle on the monthly here. So you might have thought that we was going to be bullish and go crazy. Not so if you look at the right. Look, Heikin-Ashi, watch this. Ow, shy, I know. Because the Heikin-Ashi candles track trends. And you can clearly see that every candle is red. That means this is a bearish trend. You see that? And you can clearly see here that this is telling you that this was a bullish trend. That was January, bullish. February, March, April, May, June, July. All of those were bullish. Look at August. Oh, shit. Yeah. You see a bearish candle there on the Heikin-Ashi. And then now we're in September and you see another bearish candle. And you could clearly see that the blue line has crossed this red line and we're headed down. This is nothing to play around with. I literally have a trend line here. Unless we can get past this trend line, you know that we're going to continue to be bearish. You know that we're coming down here. How do I know that, Calvin? Because if you understand how this works, anytime you get up above here, you're overbought and the market is going to correct itself. Too many people have put too much money in the market right here. People that bought down here are selling out of the market, and people who want to get rich are buying into the market, and they don't have anybody to sell their crypto to. The market pulls back. Let me say it to you again. People who bought down here or bought down here, they start selling off to these people. They had good position. I'm selling off into these people. These people think they're going to get rich. They come buying in. They're buying the crypto that they bought down here, and they don't have anybody to sell their crypto to. Now they're sitting, holding it. They pissed off. The market's not moving, and then they start getting out of the market. They start getting out of the market at a loss, by the way. $500 loss, $200 loss, 10, 20, 30% loss on their money, whatever. They start getting out of the market pulls back. Who's paying attention? Good place to buy, good place to sell. If you buy here, you're starting to sell off here. This is not a good place to buy. This is overbought. The market is too hot. It's going to pull back on your ass. So you can see here that this was a very good time to accumulate crypto down up in this area. Who's paying attention? Now we had 7 months of nothing but bullishness. Oh, wow. If you was buying down here in November and December, you was buying down at the bottom of a bear market. Who's paying attention? And you had 7 months to take some serious gains. And now the market is starting to pull back. And you, for some reason, think that we're getting ready to be bullish. And I'm telling you, it is not. People was making money for 7 damn months. The market is going to pull itself back now. It's overheated. Who's paying attention? Is that right? Yes.